Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a common but sometimes tricky diagnostic trouble code, P0335, which stands for Crankshaft Position Sensor or Circuit Malfunction. If you've pulled this code from your scanner, don't panic. We're gonna break down what it means, what causes it, and most importantly, how to fix Italiano. So, what exactly is a crankshaft position sensor, or a CKP sensor for short? Think of it as the heart's pacemaker for your engine. It is a small but vital component that tracks the rotational speed and exact position of your engine as crankshaft. This information is then sent to your car's brain, the engine control module, or ECM. The ECM uses this data to control crucial functions like ignition timing and fuel injection. Without a proper signal from the CKP sensor, your engine doesn't know when to fire the spark plugs or inject fuel, which can lead to all sorts of problems. Now, let's talk about the symptoms you might experience when you have a P0335 code. The most common and most serious one is a no-start condition. Your engine might crank over, but it just won't fire up. You might also notice your engine stalling intermittently, especially when it's warm, and then it might have trouble restarting. Other signs include rough idling, engine misfires, a noticeable decrease in fuel economy, and a general lack of power or sluggish acceleration. Of course, the check engine light will be illuminated on your dashboard. These symptoms can range from a minor annoyance to leaving you stranded on the side of the road. So, what causes this P0335 code to pop up? There are a few usual suspects. The most obvious one is a faulty crankshaft position sensor itself. These sensors can fail over time due to heat and vibration. Another common culprit is a wiring issue. The wiring harness leading to the sensor can get damaged, frayed, or corroded, leading to a poor connection. This could be due to rubbing against another component or simply age. The connector itself could also be loose, dirty, or filled with oil, interrupting the signal. In some less common cases, the problem might not be with the sensor or wiring at all. A damaged reluctor ring, which is the toothed wheel the sensor reads, can also trigger this code. If teeth are broken or the ring is bent, the sensor can't get an accurate reading. And finally, although it's rare, the issue could lie within the ECM itself. But always rule out the sensor and wiring first, as an ECM replacement is a much more complex and expensive job. Alright, let's get to the good part. How to diagnose and fix it. First, a visual inspection is key. Look at the crankshaft position sensor and its wiring. Do you see any obvious signs of damage, like melted wires or a cracked sensor housing? Check the connector for corrosion, oil contamination, or bent pins. Make sure it's plugged in securely. Sometimes, just cleaning the connector and plugging it back in can solve the problem. If the visual inspection doesn't reveal anything, the next step is to test the sensor and its circuit. You'll need a digital multimeter for this. You can check for proper voltage and ground at the sensor's connector. Your vehicle's service manual will tell you what the correct readings should be. You can also test the sensor's resistance to see if it's within the manufacturer's specifications. A more advanced test involves using an oscilloscope to view the actual signal waveform the sensor is producing while the engine is cranking. A good square waveform indicates a healthy sensor, while a weak, distorted, or non-existent signal points to a problem. If you've confirmed the sensor is bad, replacing it is usually a straightforward job, though its location can sometimes be tricky. Depending on your car, it could be on the front of the engine near the main pulley, on the side of the engine block, or in the bell housing between the engine and transmission. Once you've replaced it, clear the trouble codes with your scanner and take the car for a test drive to make sure the problem is gone and the check engine light stays off. And that's a wrap on DTC P0335. It might seem intimidating, but with a systematic approach, you can diagnose and fix it yourself. Thanks so much for watching. If this video helped you out, please hit that like button, subscribe for more automotive tips, and let me know in the comments if you've ever dealt with this code before. Drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.